Istraživanje Galaxy Gasa. Epidemija Galaxy Gasa. Ajde da vidimo šta je Galaxy Gas.
Welcome back. Today we're breaking down Galaxy Gas. Who's behind it? Is it bad? Is it really just for food? And am I in my old man arc? Because today we're complaining about a TikTok trend, okay? A dangerous trend.
Inače, ovaj lik je Voidzilla, tako mu se zove drugi kanal, Voidzilla. Naravno, ostavit ću link kao i uvek. Možete da kliknete dole i da poslušate samo njegov video bez moje reakcije.
No, the answer is no. I'm very cool, still very hip, still very with it, okay? But I did want to talk about nitrous oxide today, aka laughing gas, aka whippets, aka doing a Kanye. Look, it's kind of an old thing, and that's kind of become a new thing because...
Znači, Galaxy Gas je u stvari neki gas koji te tera da se smeješ. Jesam dobro razumeo?
We've Americanized this small little canister that used to, you used to get this little cartridge thing, and people would inhale it and get high. You get it at the dentist sometimes. Now we've turned it into a flavored giant canister that kids are walking.
Aha, znači to je nekad bilo, to se nekad koristilo i kod zubara, to znam da se koristilo kod zubara, ali vidio sam samo na filmovima, do duše nikad nisam imao prilike da koristim tako nešto.
Walking around school and doing in their classroom.
Aha, to je to. Kolika boca, bok.
God damn, what the f***?
Now, it's not just the youth that are on this, it's also...
Čekaj da vidim šta je bilo ovde. Znači, ladno se liko ne svesti od toga, a? On je izgubio kiseonik. Pogledaj ga. Samo ga
Now, it's not just the youth that are on this, it's also mainstream celebrities. Like Kanye West was recently exposed for being addicted to nitrous oxide. I say exposed, but he also posted this video.
Ryan Garcia, this I'm on the nitrous.
So I don't know how much you can expose
da i ovaj
somebody
gas
who's
izaziva
posting
zavisnost.
But rappers everywhere are sort of also getting into this. In fact, Adam22, who does a podcast kind of covering some of this stuff, released a video 4 years ago talking about this drug is taking over the rap game. Even back then, it was becoming more popular. Here's kind of what he said about it.
Now, it all seems like fun and games at first, right? Like laughing gas can't be so bad. But in the long term is when you really start to see the nasty side effects kick in.
Funny enough, if you fast forward 4 years to today, he was on his podcast recently and did whippets on his own podcast, which I thought was weird for someone who's like, yeah, this is bad. It's going to ruin your brain. All right, let's go.
Čekaj, stvarno radio na podcastu, a pogledaj ih, majke ti na šta liče, pa kao da služe za testiranje droga, brate mili.
Am I so bad, Michael?
Pogledaj ga ovaj voditelj, brate.
All right, now you added
Bar mislim da je
22
voditelj.
now. I overdid it. I did it too fast.
Pogledaj ga, brate. Ispali mu zubi, brate.
But it's not just the kids and rappers. Even Joe Rogan's podcast has seen some of this stuff. Ari Shaffir, a comedian, recently did whippets live on the show.
What is that? You spaz, don't shit.
What do you got, whippets?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
you sick.
you whippets?
What are you talking about?
Tako se zove.
Yeah.
Let's go. Might not be
Is this
blown up
legal?
enough.
No.
Yes, like, you get them at head shops.
No.
No?
You're going to forget how to play pool.
Okay, do whippets kill brain cells?
Okay, so then he's taking whippets while Joe Rogan's reading. Do they kill brain cells? Yes. Or no? Answer actually is
Dok
yes.
ovaj udiš, ovaj se pita da li ima posledica.
But if you heard in the background, they kind of say, is
Kak
this
su
legal?
tripovi,
And then
otkud se
somebody's
ovo?
like, no. And somebody else says, well, no,
Pa
they just
jeste,
sell
nije
them
legalno.
in like head shops everywhere. And that's part of the problem is that while nitrous oxide is supposed to be just
Azot
for,
oksid. To je azot oksid.
dental, like as a drug to be consumed by people, is supposed to be controlled. At the same time, there's also this kind of loophole where it technically can be sold for culinary purposes, where it's sold for like whipped cream, because to use a whipped cream canister, you need a little bit of nitrous in order to make it like fluffy. But it's not going to make you high because you're not
to se
actually
koristi
ingesting
za
the stuff.
šlag. Kao.
So the loophole that has been figured out by these companies is that you can sell these canisters as chargers for whipped cream. And this brings us to Galaxy Gas. This is currently the most popular way to abuse
Kao
nitrous.
sa tim, to se prodaje kao kulinarske svrhe, navodno, i kao koristi se za šlag, u stvari, i to onaj u boci, da može da se dopuni, kao da možete da izbacite onako, kako da kažem, baršunasti šlag, nemam pojma kako, fluffy, paperjast. Znači, služi da vam šlag bude paperjastiji. Tako sam preveo fluffy, ne znam kako drugačije da ga prevedem. Ok.
Oxide, and if you go to their website, they say that it's intended solely as a food processing propellant for whipped cream and culinary
preradu
use
hrane.
only. And
Samo
you
za
say
šlag.
yes. And then they have recipes for how to use their product, and then you can see all their different stuff here.
Pa da,
However,
bukvalno se
this
sa
is
tim puni.
just a cover story. And part of the reason I'm doing this is it pissed me off the way people credulously cover this stuff where they go, people are misusing Galaxy gas. It's actually intended as a food product.
So it's supposed to take your desserts to the next level, but using it the wrong way is leaving people high.
It's not a food product. The creators know it's not a food product. This is just how they get around the law, right?
Teens are getting a hold of
Aha, znači navodno da. Znači ovo u stvari jeste namenjeno da se uradite sa ovim, da se smete ko blesavi, to jeste kao droga u stvari, ali su stavili da se prodaje kao u kulinarske svrhe. Kao ovo je dodatak u kuhinji, u suštini koristio bi se samo za šlag, tako da ne znam nije. Dakle, oni su napravili da se to prodaje u kulinarske svrhe i onda je valjda zbog toga legalno, ja mislim, ne znam da li je još uvek legalno, ali ako se prodaje jel, za kuhinju, ako je potrebno za šlag, onda je to kao legalno. U stvari jeste namenjeno da se uradite sa ovim. Zato su ga samo i izmislili. Ovo je samo maska u stvari u kulinarske svrhe da se upotrebljava. Ok, zanimljivo. Ko zna koliko je takih produkata bilo izbačeno u javnosti i zamaskirano sa nekim glupostima, u stvari je namenjeno za sasvim nešto drugo.
Galaxy gas and similar products following a dangerous trend on, of course, all places, social media. And while it has many legitimate uses, it also creates a brief but potentially deadly high.
The way you cover loopholes like
Znači u fazonu ovo ako se koristi može potencijalno biti veoma opasno, može čak da prouzrokuje i smrt, znači uopšte nije besmisleno, ovo je veoma opasno.
this isn't going like, oh, it's being, you know, it was intended for this, but it's being misused. No, it was always intended to be abused. So I saw this video is kind of the reason I'm covering all of this. This video says the guy who invented Galaxy gas, and it says he has no idea at the bottom, as if he thought this was going, and then, by the way, this is not the creator of Galaxy gas, but this video was created, and it's an old commercial that got saved, and it's of them talking about the food, like the food aspect of all of this. And people believe, like, just believe this stuff.
Galaxy gas? Well, you probably already know. But really, we're the best thing that's ever happened to your kitchen. Because Galaxy gas is the purest culinary nitrous in the galaxy. Why start your morning off with that boring Keurig coffee when you can just as easily whip yourself up a nitro cold? We got 8 amazing flavors for you to chef up whatever your heart desires.
So, if the bad acting wasn't sort of already a dead giveaway, there's even more proof that this is just a silly cover-up. Now, albeit they're going through with the bit because they create little recipes. Even if you go to their website, they have, like, all their YouTube videos are them, like, creating little...
U suštini, evo, imaju mnogo vrsta tog Galaxy gasa, ja sad ne kapiram je li unutra i šlag ili samo taj gas, pa se to spoji sa nečim. Ništa mi nije, jel u tom produktu samo gas onda? Ajde da vidimo kako on to sprema, šta?
little recipes with their thing. Like, so they're really committing to the idea that, oh, we really believe this is, everyone's using this to chef stuff up. But there's an easy way you know this is not true. And that's because if you were to actually use these canisters for their intended purpose of whipped cream, it's way too much. Like, you only need a tiny amount of nitrous to fill an entire whipped cream can. And so this report at Fox 8 Local did a good job of breaking this down.
Of whipped cream per container. Now, a can like this typically takes about 6.5 grams of nitrous oxide to make. Compare that to this tank with 2,000 grams of nitrous oxide. If you portion things out similarly, you can make approximately 22,792 servings of whipped cream with that strawberry watermelon nitrous alone.
It's preposterous once you actually learn how much whipped cream this stuff could make to think that anyone in their right mind would be using it for this. And obviously the creators of the product who are portioning it out know that fact. The reason they're selling something that could make 22,000 servings of whipped cream, which no normal person needs, is because they know nobody's using it actually for culinary purposes. The other thing is a lot of these products are not sold by a culinary place. It's sold by like vape shops. In fact, if you remember the guy who
znači to se prodaje, to se uopšte ne prodaje na tim mestima za kuhinju, nešto, u prodavnicama regularnim, nego u šopovima gde se kupuju, eto tako ti vejpovi, duvani, šta već, znači to su one posebne prodavnice samo za pušerdžije. Znači to dovoljno govori već kakav je produkt.
Galaxy gas. I'll show you them again. That's the buddy, and this is the other guy, this guy who did not invent it, but supposedly invented it. Turns out you can find him as the promoter of something called Cloud9 Smoke Co., where he is making promotional videos for a vape shop.
The vape in my pocket is the Grello bar in the red apple frozen flavor. It tastes amazing.
Znači on radi u vape shopu, brate. Ovo je sve povezano. Dobro, sad ima smisla.
This guy is not moonlighting as a chef. This is just a cover story to sell an illegal high, an otherwise illegal high. Now, I want to be clear. I don't believe that's the guy behind all of this. People have been wondering for a while, who is behind Galaxy Gas? Who are these guys?
I sad ako sam dobro razumeo, to je zabranjeno, nije legalno to što prodaju. Ali ako je u kulinarske svrhe, onda može biti legalno pa mogu da prodaju. To mi malo nije jasno. Iako može da se zloupotrebi tako nešto. Kako to sad funkcioniše? To je sad nešto novo. Dok ne skontaju, moraju da naprave neku regulaciju toga. Mada, s obzirom da naslov kaže epidemija, verovatno se ovo sad previše raširilo po svetu. Ne znam da li je samo u Americi ili u ostatku sveta, nemam pojma. Nikad nisam vidio ovako nešto u Srbiji. Ne znam da li ima. Ukoliko neko vidio nešto slično, napišite mi dole u komentarima.
Because nowadays, first of all, nobody's really in front of the product anymore. They shoot most of their videos from the head up and they cover their sleeves. So it's hard to know. It's clear that they're trying to kind of cover their tracks. But we have a hint from an old magazine that they forgot to scrub off the internet. This is a feature in a vape shop magazine. It says, hitting new highs financially. Here you can see the first mention of the founders, what I believe to be the founders. It says there are brothers Amor, Sammy, Ben, and Kareem. They run something called SBK International, and they're the owners of Cloud9 in Georgia. So the company that guy was promoting, they own it. Sam, Ben, and Kareem Amor.
Dobro.
We know this is true because if you go to the state of Georgia, you can find that the guy on file for Galaxy Gas LLC is Khalil Amor. And the same guy is CEO of SBK International with the same last name as those brothers.
Okay.
Again, we can also find in a complaint against Cloud9.
Aha, oni imaju firmu neku koja se bavi sa tim, vezano za pušenje, raznorazne stvari. Smoking shop.
I think these are the guys behind it. They don't want to be on the front of their culinary nitrous organization for obvious reasons, but they are seemingly the guys behind it. At least they're registered as the guys behind it, especially Khalil Amor. Now, it's also worth saying that because this has gotten so popular and so many people are doing it in schools, as well as just culturally, it's kind of nitrous is having another moment because of these supersized canisters of nitrous. It is also being looked at by regulators very closely, and I think probably will get shut down or be meaningfully kind of watched. In fact, Galaxy Gas, a lot of people haven't seen this, recently terminated their Georgia entity. So in just a few days ago, a couple weeks ago, they terminated their company under Georgia law. Additionally, you used to be able to buy their products on Amazon, crazy enough, and now they're unavailable. So are they going under? Are they trying to hide? It's unknown. But what's clear is that all eyes are on these guys, and
u fazonu maska im je propala. Sad da li prodaju negde
now, do I think that's going to be the end of this epidemic? No, because there are so many copycat products and similar people trying to make money on a similar idea.
Da, i naravno imitacije istog proizvoda.
All of them use the same stupid loophole.
Svi bi želeli da zarade.
We're just wanting to sell whipped cream flavored chargers. but you know it's not true because of the size of the thing that they sell and where they sell these things. In fact, while looking at this video, even though Galaxy Gas is unavailable, you can get a similar size tank for nitrous oxide. You can get 24 of them, which would do about 500,000 servings of whipped cream directly from Amazon. You can get it shipped to your door, free delivery. So,
Znači, eto, na Amazonu se
anytime you see
prodaje
this
bez
stuff,
problema tako
please
nešto.
do not report like, oh, people are misusing it for the purpose. No, it was always intended to be misused. It was always intended
Da,
as
nikad
a
nije
way
ni
to get
bio
people high.
namenjen
It
za
was
kulinarske
just a
svrhe,
loophole
nikakav
that
šlag i
these
glupost.
scumbags were doing to make money from you losing brain cells or
Oh.
people you love losing brain cells. So, yeah, I just wanted to cover that. I just thought, I've seen a lot of people report on this, and everybody seems to be smoke screened by this food intention. And I just wanted to be clear about like who's behind this stuff, what's actually going on, and where I think it's going, which is like it's probably hit its cultural moment, and I think probably regulators are going to crack down at this point. So anyway, that's basically it. Thanks for watching this Galaxy Gas review. Bye.
Znači, pojavilo se nešto opet novo što se zove Galaxy Gas ili ko zna kako se zove, sad po novom i ko sve imitira ovako nešto. U suštini trebamo biti na oprezu, pošto ovo je jako interesantno školarcima, mladim ljudima, oni vole da probaju svašta nešto, ali ovo očigledno je opasno. S obzirom da smo videli onaj jedan videoklip gde konzumiraju tu stvar i gde se bukvalno vidi trenutak kada čovek ostaje bez kiselnika u mozgu i pada u nesvest. Pretpostavljam ako se dovoljno nadišeš toga da možeš i da rikneš, tako da nemojte se zezati sa ovakvim stvarima, please, ovo samo neko pokušava da zaradi novac na nečemu što do sada nismo imali i kad god izađe tako nešto novo, znam da je interesantno i da bi dosta njih probalo ovako nešto, ali ne trebate baš sve da probavate. Po mom mišljenju bolje da poradite na svom humoru ili naučite neki vic pa se smete lepo nego da konzumirate ovako nešto pa da vas tera da se smete. Ne daj Bože da se navučete na ovako nešto, verovatno bi vam bilo poslije. Jeste videli na šta liče oni ljudi što udišu ovo na podcastu? Pa oni se raspadaju, oni izgleda da su probavali sve vrste opojnih droga, s obzirom na šta liče. Jel želite tako da izgledate? U svakom slučaju, ne znam, ovo se pojavilo u Americi, da li ima u Srbiji, nemam pojma, verovatno neko od vas bolje zna od mene, ja nisam školarac, tako da ne dolazim u dodir sa ovako nečim, takođe ne odlazim u vape shopove. Ja koristim inače elektronske cigarete i to može da se kupi u bilo kojoj prodavnici, to je nešto skoro normalno, kao i regularna cigareta, samo elektronska. Tako da nikad nisam video ovako nešto slično i ne znam da li je to došlo do naše zemlje i našeg stanovništva. Verovatno, iako nije, verovatno će doći u jednom trenutku, tako da morate biti obazrivi, nemojte se zezati sa ovako nečim. Hvala Voidzilli što nas je upozorio na ovako nešto i ljudi koji misle da je ovo namenjeno za neke kulinarske upotrebe, pazite šta kupujete, pošto vaše dete može da ga mazne i ponese u školu i naduva se sa drugarima. Toliko od mene za sad, zveknite like, zveknite share, subscribe, zvonce zveknite da vas obaveštava kad god izađe moj novi video, a mi se vidimo u nekoj drugoj reakciji. Budite mi dobro, sve naj.